What is up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Commander Awesomeness, and tonight I will be simulating the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Denver Broncos. Both of these teams are 1-0 on the season, getting some nice wins, especially the Steelers, who beat the Falcons 44-34 in their last game, which was pretty impressive. So shout out to them. But they're taking on the Denver Broncos, who beat the Seattle Seahawks in a close game. I forgot what the score was in that one, but we can check that when it gets there, when we get there. But yeah, if you guys are new to this channel, please feel free to leave a like and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're on the road to 200 subscribers, so you would be helping out the channel a lot. So yeah, feel free to join the community. It's a very welcoming community, and I think you'll love it. So yeah. Without further ado, we're gonna jump right into upgrading some guys, and then looking at some rankings, and then gonna jump right into the simulation. So enjoy. Oh crap! What did I do? Okay. Okay. I thought I did something like worse. Okay, we're good. We are totally good. It doesn't look like the Steelers need the upgrades, so. Alright, that's good. Now we're gonna go over to the Broncos and see what they got. Okay, there we go. And it doesn't look like the Broncos need any upgrades either. So, okay. Interesting. So, the rankings. The Steelers have the number 11 offense in the league. Meanwhile, the Broncos have the number 14 offense in the league. Meanwhile, defensively, the Steelers have the number 24 on defense in the league, and the Broncos have the number 14 defense in the league. So, the Broncos currently are favored. Basically, I guess you can say they're favored to win this game, but don't count out the Steelers though, because their defense can be pretty tough. So. Yeah, without further ado, well, actually, yeah, the Broncos beat the Seahawks in a fun game, 34-28. Really great game. If you haven't seen that video, make sure you go check it out. I'm pretty sure I already uploaded that one, so yeah, go check it out. It had a really good ending. So yeah, enough yapping. We're gonna jump right into the simulation. Okie dokie.
Today, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. Broncos taking on Russell Wilson and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High.
Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at the...
teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So now here are the Broncos to take over on offense, led out by their rookie quarterback, drafted 12th overall, Bo Nix out of Oregon.
And a very promising debut in Week 1. Let's face it, rookie quarterback, anytime you can go out in Week 1 that way and get a victory, you take that as a giant positive as a team and as a player. Now, he'll work on improving his own individual play while continuing to help his team win.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The numbers for him from a week ago. A boatload of carries. A trip to the end zone to go along with 118 yards.
So coming off the opener where they established the run and established it well, their goal is to make sure that the trend continues and to serve notice to the rest of the league that they might be a run-first team.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. On play action, here's Nix. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So the new-look Steelers offense headed out for their first drive, led by a man in his 13th NFL season now. First is a Steeler, Russell Wilson.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nick Bonito coming in there to record the sack. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of first. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
The Steelers send out their punter now. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
An opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Sutton gets past the sticks, and that play reminds us of the potential that he has and the production that he's given in the past, something he's certainly hoping to get back to this season.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw is Nix. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it second down. The Broncos at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. And now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
The rookie from Oregon on target with that one. It leads to a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll go jet sweep here with Sutton. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Looking middle, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. To throw, here's Nix. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. Now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at it, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call it productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Nick Bonito. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA and power forward. It's a really difficult task.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Here's Wilson. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Powers through. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
On 2nd down, Williams. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Shedding the tackle. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and they will take over 1st and 10. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2nd and 10. They run again with Harris. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Trying for it with P-Ryan. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And a I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will tie us at 3-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Denver Broncos back out there. Former Tar Heel Javonte Williams, we shine the spotlight on him.
Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. He gets it complete to Harris. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 7. This is Harris on the draw. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now Wilson on 1st down. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively at 2nd down. They go play action with Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Third down and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Fighting through. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Play action. Now Wilson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It'll go as a sack and a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 2nd and goal. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Russell Wilson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos about set to go on offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Throwing Nix. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And they get him to the ground quickly, but he's out near midfield at the 49-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Nix to the air. Finding Sutton on the out route who makes the catch. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Here's Nix. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, Don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Nix to throw on first down. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Nix once more. Screen play set up for Williams. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
When you run a screen pass really well, you gotta like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Javonte Williams, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it and catch it, and he gets it done.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Now the Steelers getting set and ready for their next possession. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Wilson. Harris has it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
On 1st down, Wilson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big guns. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Now this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They begin the drive with Williams. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 2nd and 5. Now it's Nix. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Nix on first down. A quick throw, but incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Nix. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep A route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Looking to throw. Nix. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. They go back to the ground with Williams. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 41 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Reynolds will go in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he gets it down to the 32. This 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Nix. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Third and 5. looking to throw. Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Nix from the shotgun. Quickly into the hands of Mims. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Working out of the gun is Nix. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing it to a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Nix. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Marvin Mims, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Steelers ready for their next possession. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. A short one there to Freiermuth. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. Wilson. He finds Pickens over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. There's Wilson. A short one there to Freiermuth. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. To throw is Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The offense getting set again. We spotlight Javonte Williams, the running back. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. A final shot before break. Nix. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Steelers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. It was former Tar Heel Javonte Williams with a solid first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Great effort by Alex Singleton as he finishes that play off.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll run again with Harris. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Wilson. Throw left side. yards. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. Wilson's throw hauled in by Washington. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. A toss play. Here's Pirine. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Dropping it off underneath. Here's Pirine. And he's going to get this inside the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Up the middle, here's Pirine. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Steelers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Deep.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Adam Prentice taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And they just powered it in right there, Charles. 3 tight ends out on the field, the fullbacks for the defense. They knew what was coming.
They knew, but they weren't able to stop him. They knew they had to meet him with a little bit of force. But on that play, the big guys up front won the day.
Extra point now by Boswell. And he gets it to go, and we're all even. 17 apiece. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the 2nd half. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this 2nd half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer. Because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game. Because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. To throw is Nix. Over the middle, it's complete. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a 1st down here.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Throwing on 1st and 10 is Nix. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sutton. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards that time for number 14. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw, here's Nix. He'll get this one to Patrick. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
As long as you've been the air attack has gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Williams again. Yeah, this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he stopped at the 1-yard line. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Adam Troutman, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Broncos had taken the lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Lutz with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos.
Partner, everything that happened before that fumble was great. Good vision, navigated the open field, got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming, well, just step out of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before they hit to just try and get an extra yard or two.
So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They're in the driver's seat right now, and they were winners last week over the Seattle Seahawks, so trying to keep that momentum moving in the positive direction. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This is 2nd and 8. gun. Nix on the slant, completes to Sutton. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Williams. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 76 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Seemed like they picked an excellent time there, Charles, to go with a draw play.
They certainly did. Caught him a little over-eager trying to get into the backfield and get to the quarterback. They used their speed and their aggressiveness against them, didn't they?
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get it, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now it's Wilson. Setting up the screen to Pirine. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. This now a 3rd and 4. Now Wilson. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. Could have been his 2nd, but instead it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Well, the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now on 2nd and 10, here's Nix again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Here's Nix. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Here's Austin. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Options galore here, second and a few inches. They'll hand it to Pirine. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now Wilson on first down. Pass taken in by Pirine. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Wilson will throw again. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They go play action with Wilson. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will wind up a loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Now they go screen, it's complete. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks. And you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. This offense so far on 3rd down, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Wilson. And he is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here. That pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Oh, it's a screen pass, that's complete. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Here's Wilson. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Again, Wilson. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Nix. Got his man, it's Dulcich. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 3rd and short yardage, Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Off the draw, here's Williams. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing Nix. Staying on his feet. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. It's P-Ryan to begin the drive, and he stopped immediately there. Aaron Browning, the one who brought him down. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run again with P-Ryan. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 3rd and 8. Now it's Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And taken right on the 30. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And Denver getting set to take the field. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Nix to try again on 2nd and 10. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Nix on 1st down. Open man is the tight end Troutman. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Nix to throw on 2nd down. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Here's Nix once more. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. T.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The Broncos send out their punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands? Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. There's Wilson to throw. Finds Pickens out right. Calling a gain of a yard. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here. Now Wilson. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. The defense did their job. Fourth quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. The Steelers send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. So the Broncos coming out now. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one from a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Nix to the air. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Nix. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Steelers ready to take over on offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
From here on, any score could be the winning one, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the first down.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Hand off here for P. Ryan. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. P. Ryan again on second down. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Again, here's P. Ryan. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's P. Ryan. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big third down. Now a carry for P. Ryan. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive can take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. This to almost certainly win the football game. Boswell's kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do this thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for Pittsburgh, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.
What a game, man. Wow. Alright, we're going to look at some pair stats real quick. Alright. So Bo Nix went 35 for 51 with 320 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. And its longest pass of the day was 21 yards. Meanwhile, Russell Wilson went 27 for 37 with 249 passing yards, a touchdown, and an interception. And its longest pass of the day was 31 yards. And then for rushing, there was 3 rushing touchdowns. And Javonte Williams had 22 rushing attempts for 92 yards and a touchdown, and his longest run of the day was 12 yards. Russell Wilson had 8 carries for 85 yards and a touchdown, and his longest carry of the day was 28 yards. Adam Prentice had a rushing attempt for 2 yards and a touchdown. And then for catching touchdowns, George Pickens had 9 catches for 109 yards and a touchdown, and his longest catch of the day was 31 yards. Adam Troutman had 8 catches for 57 yards and a touchdown, and his longest catch of the day was 10 yards. Marvin Mims Jr. had 8 catches for 96 yards and a touchdown, and his longest catch of the day was 21 yards. DJ Humphries allowed 2 sacks. James Daniels allowed 2 sacks. Troy Tanu allowed a sack, and Mike McGlinchey allowed 2 sacks. For sacks, TJ Watt had 2 sacks. Nick Bonito had 2 sacks. Matt Henningsen had a sack. Cody Barton had a sack. Jonathan Cooper had a sack, and Baron Browning had a sack. For kicking, Chris Boswell had made 2 field goals. His longest of the day was 58 yards. And Will Lutz only made 1 field goal from 30 yards. For punting, Trenton Gill had 6 punts for 243 yards, and his longest punt of the day was from 49 yards. And then Austin McNamara had 6 punts for 286 yards, and his longest punt of the day was from 51 yards. For kick returns, Calvin Austin had 2 returns for 55 yards, and his longest return of the day was 28 yards. And then Riley Moss had 3 returns for 80 yards, and his longest return of the day was 31 yards. And then for punt returns, Calvin Austin had 3 returns for 23 yards, and his longest return of the day was from 13 yards. And then Marvin Mims Jr. had 5 returns for 31 yards, and his longest return of the day was 11 yards. And that's pretty much like all the stats from the game. As the Pittsburgh Steelers defeat the Denver Broncos in an epic game, 27-24. Holy cow! What an awesome game, man! What an awesome game. Alrighty, we're gonna upgrade some guys real quick, and then we're gonna see which game I will be simulating tomorrow night. Alright, Zach Allen will be in the 77 overall. Really solid upgrade for the Broncos. And it doesn't look like the Steelers will need any upgrades. Alright, interesting. So the next game that I will be simulating tomorrow night will be the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Kansas City Chiefs. A really interesting game there, as both of those teams are 0-1 on the season. But that's pretty much where I'll leave it off for tonight. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. If you guys are new to this channel, please feel free to leave a like and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We are on the road to 200 subscribers, so smash away on that subscribe button. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Have an amazing night, guys.